going to get what we look for. You feel me? So now we have to understand what we're looking for. So with that island and the rocks, some of the rocks are kind of like the rocks of red flags. What you're talking about today are a lot of things that are red flags. So what do I learn, and what did I learn today, and how do I use that to move forward? Well, you all talked about a few things. There's things that I have to look out for. When my daughters, ever since they were younger, I teach them and have taught them and instilled to them. These are for my young ladies and young men as well. Just understand, there's fathers out here that's telling their daughters this. I tell her, watch the behavior of the other person. When you approach a door, see if he opens it up for you. See if he opens it up for you and holds it for you to walk in. When you approach a car, see if he does that. If he does not do that, am I right or wrong? If he does not do that, this is your instruction. You look at the door handle, you look at his eyes. You look at the door handle, you look at his eyes. If he has no clue, that date is over. Some people say, well, what do you mean? Why I can open up my own door? No, you're not looking for that. We're not saying that you can't open up your own door. What you're looking for is that other person caring. Is that other person, do they have courtesy? Do they want to treat you like you're worth a lot? You feel me? Do you understand what I'm saying? Trust that, sister. And gentlemen, it said, if and when you open up the door and let her in, if she does not reach across that seat and make sure that door is unlocked and maybe click the handle and open it for you, keep your eyes open. It might be over, because check this out. If she can't care about you enough to want you safely in the car, say something, jump off. You open the door for her, get her in the car safely, go around and get it, somebody coming around the corner to jack over y'all, and she in the car like, you better get in. You got a key. I ain't opening up that door. Am I real? So ladies, children, you make sure the door is unlocked. The simple thing is the door, but you're looking for certain things. These are rocks of red flags. These are things that you're looking for in a person. These are things that you're going to look to in a choice for a partner. Do they care about you? If you want to know anything about a person, they say you look at the 5 closest people around. I'm going to get to that next, but go home with that person when their parents are home and watch how they speak to their parents. If they do not have respect for their parents, guess who has nothing coming? Trust that. If they can speak to their mother, a young man can speak to his mother a certain way, negative, and verbal abuse towards his mother, you don't have anything coming. But guess what? Some of us will not identify that red flag. We'll go, you talking to your mother like that? Ooh, my mama will beat me. When we going to eat? You feel me? No, it should be, whoa. Oh, that's your mother. You talking to your mother with that mouth like that? Ooh, baby, I know I ain't got nothing coming. Now, wonder when I stepped out of my classroom, you called me every name in the book in front of everybody in here, embarrassed me. I almost flat blasted you. But I didn't want to get suspended. I should have known. Because you just cussed your mother out yesterday. You feel me? These are rocks of red flags. So you look closely at the person. I'm not trying to say yesterday. Young man that I know, very intelligent young man in college, well-spoken, but I saw him walking with a young lady and he had kind of this swag on. But as I was walking behind him, he used about 6, 7, 8 cuss words while he was talking to her. And I walked past and he said, Mr. Nate, what's up, man? How you doing today? You know, I'm in my whatever semester and everything. And I said, that's good, man. He said, yeah, this is my my friend. I want to introduce you to her. And he introduced me to her, and he had a little glow about him and everything. So I shared with him. I was like, it's all good. I like that. But if you could do me one solid, and I think she would appreciate this too. When you're communicating with her, try not to use cuss words. She might like that. And she just lit up and was like, I tell you, man, I love him, but his mouth. You feel me? But he my food with his dirty mouth. I love him. Now you take my picture, put it on Facebook. Instagram. Look at this clown. Now you can take my picture. I like to be like that. I'm confident now. So look, what you gotta say, what I said. You got hurry up. You gotta go. I love you. Missed the opportunity. So, one more time. You just gotta say your mother. Mommy. I never did that for anybody in my life. Have I, Monty? See how she got here? Abuse. You started off, and she finishing up on me, huh? That's cool. So check this out. The rocks are red flag. There's something that goes on. I want to share some information with you, and then we'll wrap it up. There's something that happens in a relationship. This is real deal. That we have to just be aware of. Because I'm not saying, go out and just look for red flags. You walk with a limp, you might be a bad relationship. No, you slip one out. You the devil. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to go out and look for them and try and get up all these little things to put a red flag on them. But there's things that happen in a relationship. In every relationship, there's a process that takes place. When you get an opportunity, look it up. It's a business sense, but I kind of translate it into this kind of environment, this kind of conversation. It's called the Tuckman model. It's called the Tuckman model. And what it says is that in every relationship, there's a process that takes place. There's the forming, storming, norming, and performing process. I'm a firm believer that works in a lot of good, healthy relationships. And it starts off that way. What do you mean, Nate? Let me put a little Nateology on it. Forming, it's called the Tuckman model. Forming, storming, norming, and performing. Meaning that we form together, there's going to be some storm, it's going to get norm, and then we can perform. You feel me? Just try to see if you remember. But let me put a little Nateology on it. We first meet somebody, we have our game face on. Hey, how you doing? What's up, Mom? What's up, Mom? Hey, my name's Nate. I'm a Pisces. I like long walks in the park. I drive a BMW. I travel around the country. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. See, I got you. You know, yes, I did. Yes, I did. So look, back up in here. Test. So look, forming, storming, norming, and performing. Hey, my name's Nate. We put that game face on. You know what guys try to holler at you. I do. Am I right? You know what book you gonna put in that, right? Check him out. I ain't gonna tell you the secrets or nothing. I know. But you know how we do it. I know they have. My daddy had, and my grandfather. So look. What's up, Mom? How you doing? I like you, right? As much as I saw you smile since you been in here. What's your name? She said, you right. What's your name? Huh? Deja? Tara. My name is Nate. Pisces. Still, we put our game face on. It's that forming. We're just forming. So, and ladies, trust me. Hey. You got I'm gonna be a doctor. I treat my man good. I cook for him. I make sure he dressed nice. You know what I'm saying? So the game face is on. But later on, the forming, storming, norming, and performing. That storming comes in because as we are together a little bit longer, we're more comfortable with what we say to each other. We feel more comfortable with each other, so it eases up a little bit and we start to say things that we feel that we're being honest about. Nate, I need to talk to you, honey. Well, for one, you told me you drive a BMW when you ride the bus. And I don't like no liar because my mom said you specialize, you try to think you might steal from me.
Let me tell you what happened.
What?
Let me tell you.
What? When your BMW?
It's in the shop.
Baby, you ain't, I ain't seen you talking to a mechanic. You ain't in the whole.
You know what I'm doing.
But forget that thing. Forget that thing. Tell me about this traveling around the country. You ain't been out in Cleveland.
I lost your passport.
Passport. Give me your bus pass. So it's storming. We feel a little bit more comfortable how we and what we say to each other. Now, what happens is, it depends on how strong the relationship was built because we may go into something like, well, babe, you know, what I meant to say was, I want a BMW. I know I did, but I meant to say, you know, I thought I had one. You know, it was at the dealer. They said the paperwork was something. So we tried to make it up and everything. Now check this out. And I know I ain't traveled the country, but what I meant to tell you, you know, back then was I traveled all around the county. I got a monthly bus pass and I get anywhere. Now the storming part is based on how strong our relationship is and can we outweigh different things and get over it. So now we're going, well, you know what, you don't have no car, but you tell me about all the best places to eat. We eat good. You show me a lot of nice restaurants. I can overlook that, but we're going to have to get you a car, boo. Now, the out of the country thing you were talking about, I need you to stop telling people that because they laughing at you, okay? You my boo, I'm tired of protecting you. You ain't been out of East Cleveland. Let's start with small steps. Let's go to Columbus first. Okay, we'll build our way up, boo, because I love you. You feel me? So now, since I see more in you that it's worth me just leaving you, because the storming process, there's only two things that happen. Either we at each other's throat and we part ways, or we see some good in you and we're worth investing more in you. But we got to straighten out those things. Now it gets to the norm. We're comfortable with each other. I know your strengths and weaknesses and everything. You know my strengths and weaknesses. We can look out for each other, help each other and all of that, encourage each other. Those are signs of healthy relationships. If you are getting a D or a low grade in one of your classes and your significant other looks at you and say, "You stupid!" Red flag. Okay? Red flag. Because if the person that you call yourself as that's your boo would encourage you and say, "Babe, you're better than that. Honey, you're better than that. You can get an A or a B out of that class, and I think you can do it. Matter of fact, I'm getting a C plus. It's about to be a B, but maybe we should study together on this one because you said you want to go to this college and you got to be strong in math. So you should check out this tutor. He's my homeroom teacher. I'll talk to him and see if he can tutor you in my homeroom or right before. You know what I'm saying? And they're encouraging you. They're helping you. They want the best for you. They want to connect resources for you. They're not down. They're not tearing you down. The average person has 80,000 thoughts per day and 70% of them are negative. Did you know that?